What's going on, guys? My name is Zed and welcome to this video. I went out to my local Goodwill for some DVD and Blu-ray hunting, and I ended up finding some really good things that I would like to show off to you guys. And while I was there, I recorded some footage of my hunt, and now I would like to show you that said footage. Here we go. Starting off every great Goodwill trip by pulling up to the blue pearly gates and then heading over to the toys and games section. Now, there's usually not too much here, but today there actually was, excluding this NFL figure that I know nothing about. There's this cool First Order Star Wars Easter basket. We had this Red Wings lunch pail, this Minnie Mouse puzzle that they wanted $2 for, even though it's $1 at the Dollar Tree. This rad Disney Beauty and the Beast puzzle, which was absolutely gorgeous, but 750 pieces, didn't graduate high school. There's no way I'm counting that. This awesome Big Bang Theory trivia game. Shout out to my girl Cheeks, the home girl. Not her booty cheeks, her chubby cheeks, people. Dirty ass minds. This right here, these awesome dinosaur slippers. Oh my god, I wish they would fit me. I never dreamed. Neither did I. That's why I didn't finish high school. This cool M&M candy dispenser. I'm fascinated with M&M products, but unfortunately the lid was missing, so it didn't come home with me. This gorgeous Belle doll. It was loose in the box, but I found it on eBay for like 25 bucks. It was really cool, and I would have picked it up if I had anywhere to put it. It was only, how much? $6. That's not bad. Over here we find, oh, my buddy Alien. What's going on, Alien? Thanks for making another cameo. And now for the moment we were all waiting for, the movie shelves. There is a bunch to look through, but I love that they line the top of the shelves with cool, creepy movies for the Halloween season. I wasn't necessarily interested in taking any of these home, and the ones that I already owned. But it is time to crouch down and finally take a look through the movies. Over here we have Creed, which is definitely coming home with me. And what is this? The Wolfman. I bet Benicio del Toro makes a great Larry Talbot. A copy of Aladdin. We have The Miserables. Is that what it's translated to? I don't really know. The Miserable. I should have picked it up. West Side Story, a new Best Picture to the collection. What do we have here? We have some How to Train Your Dragon, Avatar, and, ooh, Scooby-Doo on Snapper Case, but it's full screen, so it's staying at the store. Is it even a hunt if you don't find any High School Musical? I absolutely love that. Over here we have a lot of Lord of the Rings, and, ooh, Wonder Woman on Blu-ray, but I already own it, so I don't need it, and here I am struggling to get it back in, and, put it on top. We have a double feature of Steve Martin. That looks interesting to me. We have, what is this? We have The Great Gatsby, Pretty in Pink. That was kind of cool. I probably should have brought it home, but I don't know. This cool snapper case for Lady Hawk. It looked interesting, actually. I think it had Matthew Broderick in it. The Deep. I love ocean movies, so here we go. Over here we have The Notebook and The Time Traveler's Wife. That definitely should have been in my pile, but it unfortunately wasn't. And then we have, ooh, Amelie, this cool collector's edition, it looks like. The cool packaging. And, ooh, Brave, of course, Factory Seal Brave. That's definitely coming home. And The Phantom of the Opera, super exciting, starring Gerard Butler. The Pursuit of Happiness, a movie I don't own, but I'll eventually get. We have a couple Pitch Perfect movies, the first two films, in fact. We have Hairspray. Again, can't seem to get the movies back in. Ooh, what is this? Ooh, Centurion. Interesting. Michael Fassbender. I don't know. The Mummy returns, but it was in a horrible condition, so I really need to start my Mummy collection. I don't own any of the Brendan Fraser Mummy movies. This is cool. Pocahontas 2, but unfortunately it was all beat up and in horrible condition. A Pokemon movie, that's Lucario and Mewtwo, I think. And the Rugrats Go Wild, which I was so excited for, but it was also scratched up. Now we have Mr. Show, Garden State, and what is this? The 10th Kingdom. Interesting. I don't know what that's all about. The Santa Claus. I didn't know if it was full screen or widescreen, but it didn't matter as the discs were scratched. Race to Witch Mountain. A Star is Born, starring Judy Garland. That was also scratched. Another Mummy movie, but again, water damage, not worth taking home. And down here, we're getting positioned, Crisscross Applesauce, and we have the Punisher Warzone. We have Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, which I should pick up one of these days. Again, moving over a little bit to another shelf, and Crisscross Applesauce. Space Cowboys, it is here. I left it here last time, not knowing that it was... Ooh, look at me fondling that disc. Yep, okay. People are watching. Oh, Jesus. I didn't know that it was there, so I passed up on it. Atlantis, that's a great, underrated early 2000s Disney film. Mulan, I love Mulan. What do we have? Emperor's New Groove, of course I already own both those movies. Dinosaur, super underrated. And this Kim Possible movie, which was unfortunately water damaged, so I didn't bring it home with me. We have Treasure Planet. This movie right here, go watch it right now. Stop watching the video, go watch Treasure Planet. It's fantastic. Coraline, a great film. And Frosty the Snowman. I should have picked this one up, but I had never heard of it before, but apparently it is a great underrated film. Definitely regret not picking that up. We have Charlotte's Web 2. Did you know the author of Charlotte's Web hates the animated movies, or hated the animated movies, because he said that all they did was sing every 3 minutes, and he doesn't know why. Edward Scissorhands, I have an Edward Scissorhands movie collection. I collect all the variants. Miss Congeniality, I own the sequel, but I don't own the first one, and I still don't because that was scratched. We have Shakespeare in Love, and you can see me kind of like, oh, should I put it back? Oh no, it's a Best Picture movie. I have to bring it home with me. Pocahontas, who? Who this little girl? And then we have, we have House Party 3 attacking old Zed Jones. I don't know anything about those movies, but I've seen them on, HBO Max, Bedtime Stories. This is a Disney wildlife movie. Didn't pick it up. Should have, but it's been there the last like 4 or 5 times. So, eventually, one of these days, I'll pick it up. Nothing else on that shelf, though. A bunch of seasons of the show ER. Isn't the show that George Clooney was on? I'm not entirely sure. But, ooh, a bunch more Disney. The Santa Claus 2. Mary Poppins. Look at how gorgeous that artwork is. And, ooh, The Parent Trap. That's really, really cool. And is there anything else? I think there was something else there, but I think I went back for it later on. We have Air Bud, and we have Homeward Bound 2. Oh, that's fantastic. I love those movies. And Monster. Why did I pick this up? I'm so stupid. I just put it back, just slid it right back, not knowing how dumb I was. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? I see it. Woo-hoo-hoo! Aladdin 2 and 3, baby. Oh my God. The excitement I had on my face when I found this movie. Nothing but smiles. Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. And it was scratched. That would have completed my Lion King collection. The Bonanza collection. Did anybody watch Bonanza growing up? I watched it on repeats, like reruns. A copy of The Shining, which, of course, I look for the Shining for years, never find it. I buy it offline, and then I find it a month later at the Goodwill. We have The Tooth Fairy 2, starring a Label the Carry Guy. There we go. High School Musical 2 with slipcover. I don't have that slipcover, Zed, you dum-dum. Oh, look at this right here, though. We have The Last Boy Scout, which is a really great underrated film. Highly recommend it. It's on Netflix. But it was missing its first disc. And John Wick Chapter 2. I missed out on that last time, but unfortunately, the disc is beat up, so it didn't even matter that I missed out on it. And here we have that same copy of Mulan I found earlier, but factory sealed and has a slipcover, and Freaky Friday, the original Freaky Friday, but unfortunately it was beat up. And The Hobbit? Well, it's good I found that brand new copy. Now, unfortunately, about 7 or 8 of those movies were in horrible condition, and some of them didn't even have the correct movie inside the case. That Mulan, it's a very good thing that I found the factory sealed version with the slipcover, because the other version just had The Hobbit in it, which was really funny to open up and find. But without any further ado, here is what I actually picked up at the end of the day. All right, folks, let's start off with the non-Disney titles. Please ignore any and all cat hair that you might see on my carpet. I do need to vacuum. But starting up over here, we have Creed. I am only now missing Creed 2 from my Rocky collection, and I am excited for Michael B. Jordan and I think it's his directorial debut for Creed 3. Next up, we have Shakespeare in Love, and you could see in the actual footage of when I found this, I was a bit hesitant to pick it up because I didn't know much about it. And then as I was about to slide it back into its position on the shelf, I realized it was a Best Picture. Now, of course, I had heard of it, but I didn't know if it was any good. And of course, since it's the winner of a Best Picture, it has to come home with me as I'm trying to get an entire Best Picture collection. Over here, baby, Amelie. This is a really, really cool one. This is, I believe, a French film, and this, you can slide it out, and you can see there's a little cutout right there, and it's actually reversible, so you can have, I don't know who this little girl is because I've never seen the movie, but you can have her in the circle as well, and then once you open up the discs, which right here, there we go. I love how the discs themselves actually line up, boom, with the background. I love when designers do that. This one over here, I thought it was gonna line up with that picture frame down in the corner, but it just doesn't. And I don't know why, because that's like the lamp, right? Like what? Why doesn't this line up? And then next up we have The Deep. This is a factory sealed copy of the 25th anniversary edition. And I was pretty certain that I watched this last year, but the cast just doesn't look familiar, and I don't know why. So I guess I'm gonna have to rewatch it again, or maybe watch it for the first time, I'm not entirely sure, to get a better picture. Over here, though, we have Space Cowboys. This, I really enjoyed this film. Clint Eastwood, Tommy Lee Jones, Donald Sutherland, and his name is covered up, and he's the only one I don't know by heart. But this gentleman right here, this is a very, very good movie. And I actually missed it on the shelf the last time I was at Goodwill. So that was one of the ones that I was really on the lookout for this time. And of course, it's on a beautiful snapper case. Look at that. Super glad it was still there. It's a bit beat up, but I fixed it. This part right here was actually popped open, and I just kind of stuffed it back in and fixed it. So now it has a bit more structural integrity. But next up, oh my gosh, this right here is a film that I was just thinking about. I was just researching because obviously Halloween is just around the corner, and I am so excited to do monster movie marathons. I love slasher films. I love monster movies. You've heard me talk about monster movies before. And this one right here, The Wolfman, the remake of The Wolfman, starring Benicio del Toro, Anthony Hopkins, Emily Blunt, the guy who played Red Skull, which I can't remember his name right now. People probably know him from The Hobbit. No, Lord of the Rings. But I'm super excited. Unfortunately, the copy of the Phantom of the Opera starring Gerard Butler was in horrible condition, so I was unable to bring that Universal monster home. But look at this, the unrated director's cut. I know this movie doesn't have the best reviews, but hopefully with that director's cut, it will be a better movie. I don't know. Oh. Next up, babies, we have another Academy Award for Best Picture, the Best Picture of the 1961 Academy Awards. West Side Story. I have never owned this in my collection. There was a Blu-ray that I was going to pick up on Mercari. It was actually this like box set thing for $7, but I never did it. And though this isn't as cool, I'll still take it any day of the week. And then this one right here, really, I love Steve Martin, and this one had Goldie Hawn in it, and I thought that was really cool. And this one was directed by Ron Howard. So I was like, Steve Martin, Ron Howard, Goldie Hawn. That is the conclusion of the non-Disney titles. Moving on, we have some great Disney leading lady titles. Over here we have the 2-disc special edition of Mulan with slipcover. It is still factory sealed. Going into my Mulan collection, we have Brave, which I actually got for my birthday in this European DVD box set, which I thought that I would be able to play on my region-free Xbox. But no, this one is also factory sealed, so I am super excited to add Brave to the collection. I am not very far away from completing my Pixar collection as well. Another copy of Mary Poppins, this time it's the gold collection. The case itself is not broken, but it's a bit wonky when you open it up. But I just picked up a copy of Mary Poppins the last time I was at Goodwill, and this one right here has a gorgeous cover. We have the original Parent Trap that was then remade with Lindsay Lohan. This is the 2-disc Vault Disney Collection edition of the movie. I have one kind of like this for Cinderella, but inside it was in perfect condition. Really happy about that, so I brought that one home. I've never seen the original Parent Trap, but of course I watch the Lindsay Lohan one all the time. And then next up we have Homeward Bound 2, Lost in San Francisco. I want to say I maybe watched this one even more growing up, but I absolutely love both of the Homeward Bound films, and now all I have to do is get the first one in my collection. Alright folks, I want to thank you guys for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed, and until next time guys, I'll be talking to you when I talk to you. Peace.